Okay.
All right, everybody. This is my second time in Chicago in a month. I love this town. We had a great signing last night at Chicago Comics. There's a bus going by. We are starting today. We are going to go from right here at the beginning of Route 66 all the way to Pasadena and the Santa Monica Pier. And we're going to stop in a different city every night. And it all begins right here. We're going to go up the coast and end up in Concord. So this is it. We're starting the Dawn of Man Route 66 tour. And it starts right here at the Art Institute of Chicago between the giant lions.
Here we go.
Here we go.
See you, St. Louis.
The Gemini Giant. It's one of the muffler men, the giant muffler men that are all around Route 66. It's named Gemini because in the 60s the Gemini space program was a really big deal. So here we are. We're in Wilmington, Illinois. All right, we're still on Route 66. We're now in front of Paul Bunyan with his giant hot dog babe, and we're on our way. We're on our way to St. Louis for the Shafley Public Library appearance, which is okay. And it's the weather changes are crazy here. All right, let's go. All right, we're still on Route 66. We're just a little bit east of Tulsa, which is our next stop. But we're here in Catoosa at this big blue whale. Apparently this guy, his wife collected whale figurines, so he built her a whale. And it's got slides on it for the kids, and I guess I swam in here. It's very Route 66. All right, we'll see you later. Tulsa. We had a fantastic event last night at the Barnes & Noble. Thank you to their staff, their technical people, everyone who showed up. We had a great time. But now we're back on old Route 66, looking at the crazy stuff they have. This is the Golden Driller. He's 76 feet tall. He was originally put here for the State Fair to celebrate the oil industry here in Oklahoma. And I gotta say, that is a giant. All right, we're gonna go to the next thing now.
Wingspan, and I know that's a bird card game.
I don't, it doesn't matter. Wingspan is a real word.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of figured out the story.
I mean, they're like set in like the a mountain and plains desert area. It's like 3 different regions, I guess.
So you've actually figured this out, though. You're a step ahead of people twice your age. Let me tell you that.
Wow. I mean,
I
I'm
know
still trying to figure out the story, but it actually took a long time to get the characters now.
Okay, now we're talking. Let's get into this.
So this was
Whoa.
the very first drawings of Blink and Snapchat.
Dude, these are really good drawings.
Cadillac Ranch. Phone Bone meets Cadillac Ranch, y'all.
Cadillac Ranch. We are at the midpoint of Route 66 right now. We're at the Midpoint Cafe, which is closed today, which we're a little disappointed. We wanted to go to the cafe and maybe get some pie or something. But we'll just have to enjoy the sign right here on the road, the literal midpoint of Route 66. Okay, so we're on our way to Albuquerque to Cat. What's the name of this?
Bookworks.
Bookworks at 6 o'clock. We're going to do a signing and a little talk. I hope to see you there. Let's go. We are right here on the state line between New Mexico and Arizona, Chief Yellow Horse's trading post. Super fun. This cave is amazing. Clearly would have been a meeting place or maybe even a dwelling for probably the last 1,500 years. We're going to go check it out. They have some petrified wood that you can buy some samples of and pottery. It's a really great trading post. So come on, Kathleen, let's go buy something.
Yay!
Standing near Winslow, Arizona, at the edge of a meteor crater, and it is awe-inspiring. It took place, I guess the impact was 50,000 years ago, which would have been before any humans had even crossed into North America. The meteor itself was about the size of a school bus, and I'm going to turn around here and let you take a look at it real quick. they're coming back. Get your camera ready. Here they come. Nope, sorry.
I thought I might have got them.
They were. That was sweet. I was 5 years old, and I was trying to draw. I wanted to draw my own character. I knew that Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse were made up by Walt Disney. I knew that Snoopy was made up by some guy named Charles M. Schultz. I read that all the time. So I made up lots of characters. But for some reason, this little weird guy with stick arms and some kind of like nightcap, I guess. I don't know what he has on. And he also has some kind of anger issues, which who knows what a 5-year-old has to be mad about. But this character stuck with me. And I started wondering, what's his life like? What does he look like from other angles? What does he look like from the back with different expressions? So this is probably a few years later. I started drawing my own comics on little pink pads, obviously. And that is Phony Bone and Phone Bone. So Phony Bone is basically Uncle Scrooge. He's the rich cousin, and he's bossing Phone Bone around. And he says, put this diamond in the vault, which makes complete sense if you think about it. And here's Smiley Bone enters. So even when I was 10, I had all 3 cousins. Their personalities were relatively intact even then.
I know you usually use a brush, but
No, I'm getting it. I get it. All right.
that's funny.
In 2002, I was invited to go to the ALA, American Library Association conference, and do a keynote speech with Art Spiegelman, Neil Gaiman, Colleen Doran, and myself. And we hugged before we started, and we said, okay, this is our big chance. We're going to talk to the librarians. We're going to convince them that comics are real literature, they're real reading, they're art, and it's okay to have they're good, they're real. We got up there and they knew exactly what it was. They didn't need to be convinced of anything. What they want to know is, when are you going to make more of them? We want more. Well, we made it. We're here at the end of Route 66 on the Santa Monica Pier, and it's a little chilly, but it's a beautiful beach. I've never been here before, but we've still got a little bit more to go. We had a great signing last night in Pasadena. It was wonderful at Vroman's. A lot of people came. We had a wonderful time. Anyway, we're going to go up the coast. We've got 2 more stops for both comic book stores, and they're my old stomping ground back when I first started Bone. Atlantis Fantasy in Santa Cruz and Flying Colors in Concord. Can't wait to see those guys, and I can't wait to see you there. All right, at the end of Route 66, there's the sign that marks it. And the premise is, if you have not read it, the premise is it's the dawn of man. It's our ancestors 2 million years ago. More than one species of human existed at the same time, but only one controlled fire and ate cooked food. All right, I'm going to wrap up here with just a little story. This is me and this is Larry. We're out at lunch, and every day we would go out to the savannas or wherever we were going, look at elephants and antelope and zebra. Saw a cheetah one time, cheetah cubs. It was very cool. But at the end of the night, end of the day, they would always take us back to a hotel. Not a real hotel, but it wasn't a tent. But it was built to look like a real hotel. There were no roads going up to it. There was no fence around it. Just a guy walking around with a rifle. And at midnight, they turned off the generators, and it was dark. It was black. You look out you had to sleep under a mosquito tent. Open up the door and look out there, and you can't see anything. I mean, the jungle's maybe as far as the front wall of the store, but you can't see it. Pitch black. You're looking like that, but you can hear stuff. You hear like big stuff stepping on branches and breaking, snapping. You're like, what is it? Crack, snap. Something's in the trees, snapping branches or something. They told us the next day that it was probably an elephant just eating some leaves. But it scared me, I'll tell you. We could, even much further away, we could hear lions and hyenas kind of barking at each other, saying, I'm here, hyena, don't come any closer. And the hyena's like,
I'll bet the stars were amazing looking at too.
oh yeah. But I wasn't going to go outside and look. But we did see them. They are unbelievable.
Yeah.
So here we are. This is me and Larry. One day they sent us out and they gave us little brown paper bag lunches, a little sandwich, maybe a banana. So everybody, we all ate our lunch, but you can't leave anything behind. It's that kind of a thing. So they had a little rubbish pit. We built a little fire, and everybody threw their trash into the fire to let it burn. As soon as we did that, 2 baboons showed up. Big baboon and a little baboon. And the little baboon ran right in the fire, right in the pit. It came out with a smoking banana. And the big baboon took it away from him. And the little guy went back in and he came out with another smoldering banana, and the big guy took it away again. Perfect metaphor for Hollywood, by the way. Did this until the big guy had about 5 deliciously steamed bananas, and the little guy gave up and kind of went and sat and just watched. And I guess he was going to get something later. I don't know. But the big baboon, he sat with his back to us, and we started eating his plunder, right? And now there's like 8 of us. We're really close to this baboon right now. We kind of want a picture. So we're like going, hey, baboon, hey, baboon, look over here. Hey, everybody's whistling and trying to get him out. And he is not having it. He is not going to turn around at all. So then I went. And Larry chuckled and he said to me, fart humor goes way back. Well, that's the end of my talk, okay?